very difficult to pinpoint a single moment. I would say it's a process that took years, and all of the things that happened to me in life led me to where I am, or we are today with Wellnesstory. And some of these events and things were very kind of subtle, and the others were, pretty forceful. For example, I was always fascinated by the concept of human success and performance. And having set up an airline in a highly dynamic, very, very competitive industry, I was always curious about why is that some people continuously bring their A game while others, independent of their talent and passion, but others burn out. And I even went back to study positive leadership and strategy for that reason. And what I found, what my main takeaway is that this whole subject of high performance and success, human success, can be very multi-layered and is multi-layered. But people who prioritize their health, people who manage their health as the most important thing in their life, tend to outperform others. The other event on a more personal level that kind of set me off on the journey that I am on today, was when we were trying to get pregnant, and I couldn't conceive. And the doctor told me that the problem was that even though I had left the corporate career years before trying to conceive, because I didn't manage stress consciously, all of my body, including my eggs, were stressed. And that was an eye-opener for me. And I think that was the moment, if I need to pinpoint a moment in my life, when I started to think about health, and in particular stress management, in a different way. There were many shifts, and I think that's a good thing. But I think the biggest shift for me was to finally accept where I am at on my own journey, how I am in my body. I have to say that I'm very competitive by nature. I grew up in a competitive environment. I worked in a competitive environment, and when I started my own wellness journey, I was looking at these amazing fit mamas who probably were, very athletic before they got pregnant, and they already after 6 kids they had this amazing six packs and muscles and looked amazing, and I didn't look anything like that. And it took me down, and it really hindered my progress on my journey. I was constantly looking on why I am not like that. And she's younger than me, she's older than me, and yet she looks much better. But the moment I accepted the fact that we all have our different stories, we all are on different journeys, and we all are in different life stages and have different goals, I think that's when I started to make progress. What really matters is not how you are compared to others, but how you are compared to yourself a month ago or a year ago. That was the biggest aha moment. I would say two big ones are out there. The number one is that health is given. We're born with it. It's encoded in our DNA. There's nothing we can do about it. Very often you hear people say that, my whole family is overweight. I'm going to be overweight, all while they're shoving in the second chocolate cake in their mouth, talking from experience. But it's not true. Science is out there, and we know now that epigenetics is like a switchboard, and the body turns these switches on and off depending on the input, and the input is your lifestyle. So even if you have a predisposition to certain conditions, like for example obesity or even cancer, if you eat well, move well, sleep well, and have the right mindset, most importantly, you are on track to live a healthy life. The second misconception is that being healthy takes too much time and potentially too much money. But the reality is that for most of us, small zero-cost actions will already mean a big difference. Like things like going to bed and waking up at the same time, turning off your devices 2 hours before bedtime, drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, delaying your coffee time until 90 minutes after you wake up, or parking your car at the farthest possible spot on the parking lot and walking to wherever you need to go. These are all zero-cost habits or actions, and yet if we would consistently do them, we would see the difference. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Because we don't really think about our health in strategic terms. But I found two things. One is that once you start talking to people about health in strategic terms, and most of our clients, of course, are people from the corporate world who understand strategy, who understand goals, and who understand planning, suddenly this very overwhelming concept of health becomes tangible, and they are on board. So that was very interesting when I first realized that. The second thing is that there is a lot of parallels between, say, a corporate environment, or a company rather, and your life. And if you approach health from a strategic point of view, you basically need to do the same thing as you would do for your work. Like you'd need to have a very goal-oriented and proactive approach to your health. So you'd need to understand where you are at the moment, you need to set your goal, you need to understand your resources and what other resources you might need, and then make an action plan to go from where you are right now to where you want to be. And I think with the health, it's the same thing. And if you look at it like this, you kind of get a framework, you get a direction that would keep you more organized along the way. The other important thing that relates to this is that health cannot be, or I wouldn't say cannot be, but shouldn't be treated as a sole kind of objective or goal. It should fit into your life purpose. It should fit into the big picture. So first, what we encourage our clients to do is to think about the really deep and profound reason of them wanting to be healthy. And it's usually not to be healthy for the sake of being healthy. It's for the sake of being able to do something else in their life, like run and play with their grandkids, or be able to enjoy their retirement years in an active way, or just enjoy life for that matter. So when you think about the framework of positive leadership and strategy is all about how you get to where you want to be, and you embed health into that. Leadership is obviously, you have to take control of this process, and you are in control. And the last thing I would mention is that, the strengths-based approach that positive leadership likes to use is that, start with the things that you like to do, start with the things that you can do, and build on them. Our vision with Jim is a healthier, happier corporate world where success doesn't come at the expense of health, and where health is seen as an enabler to all the wonderful things that we want to achieve in life. I speak 5 languages, and I'm learning Dutch. That's my next my next frontier.